My name is Jen Kasunta and my student number is 180798851, and I'm going to be discussing a video about a patient I encountered while I was on placement at trauma unit. For security reason, I'm not going to identify his name, and neither am I going to identify his date of birth, and that is according to NMC Code of Conduct 2014. His name is going to remain anonymous, and I'm going to give him the name Zach. Zach was admitted to trauma unit after experiencing an accident while stopped by the police, and he failed to stop, and he had an accident which resulted to his brain and fracture injuries, and that is how he ended up in trauma unit. Prior to the accident, Zach had separated with his wife as a result of being aggressive due to cannabis use. His wife had to protect the children and to protect herself. Therefore, she did not want to be involved in his life anymore as a result of domestic abuse. Bearing this in mind, I'm going to discuss political, social, and global influences that are affecting Zach's life. I'm going to start with global. Global is drug abuse. Drug abuse is a problem that is being encountered by families globally, and according to United Nations report, it reported that drug business is worth 322 billion US dollars. Another global problem that Zach is encountering is that mental health is not looked at as any other kind of illness, for instance HIV, by the World Health Organization. It is underlooked. I'll speak about political influences that Zach is experiencing. One of it being that he is in NHS hospital. Therefore, his care is being cared for by the NHS and it's free. He will be entitled to physiotherapists, occupational therapists, speech and language therapists, and he will be pointed to how he can access benefit, as he is not in a position to work anymore under Benefit Act 1982. Another political issue is that he is no longer working and he's not contributing towards the economy, which many people see as a stigma. Another thing is that is going to affect his life is housing. With his position, he is going to have a long wait for housing due to benefit cuts, which affects someone applying for benefits. And another thing is that politically, NIS policy paper 3 states that mental health is costly towards NHS. My third, where I'm going to discuss about, is societal. With this, the factors that are influencing him is that he is no longer independent. He will need 24-hour care. He is socially isolated since he has no family. He is not employed. He He does not have any social connection, no social network. With this, with this going in his mind, he is under so much pressure, and knowing prior to the accident what he had done for himself, 30 years of his life, all his independence had gone. With this, he is experiencing depression, and I'm going to discuss about mental health. Mental health is neither described scientifically nor legally, but depression is what my patient is experiencing. And with this, I'm going to signpost him to a mental health nurse who is going to understand him in a different perspective, who is going to work with other multidisciplinary teams, for instance physiotherapist, because he will need to learn how to walk again, occupational therapist who are going to help him adjust to adaptive environment as he starts to walk again. He will need a social worker. A social worker will need to sit down with this team so that they can plan for his future. And planning for his future and bringing the person centered into account, we are going to plan a care plan for him, which is going to support his life and to promote his independence. The social worker are going to work with the team. Since his wife doesn't want to be involved in his life, the social worker will contact the parents, who can bring into account what he was prior to the accident, what he needed, what he loved to do, what were his hobbies, and this will help promote his independence. Bearing in mind, we have to work to the best patient's interest and remembering holistic care towards a patient's best interests. And coming up with this, they will be in a position to create a care plan which will help him gain his independence gradually until he adopts to his way of life as a result of the accident he had. Thank you. God.